So, so yes, we did welcome to the Third World War. Asking why this is being cut off. In fact, there's gonna be there's gonna be some new states that are gonna be made. Germany makes one big state. And next is a tiny bit. These are the German puppets. Germany obviously is Austria-Hungary land, so there's gonna be a three-way war. World War 3. Time ever, it's gonna be a three-way war. So in fact, we're gonna get to see a new set. We're gonna see the German. German. What should I call it? The German Belgium. Why is that R? The French. R. 3. Oh, 3. There's Austria. We got French. Hungary. So now this is gonna be a big war now. A three-way war that is going to take place. Germany have won the last war. But their economy is suffering. People are not liking what Germany has. The Ottomans, in fact, have got a lot from the war. Saying that was in fact bought. Ukraine had just bought that from France. The fact that France just sold, and you're saying they are gonna just take this land, just like, well, Germany did. It is gonna be a war. Here's the teams. So we got the German Empire, German Belgium, versus France, French Hungary, French Austria. And there's another team called the Ottomans. The Ottomans and Bulgaria. And CSA will be on the German side. So Germany was gonna have a pretty hard time here. So how's this war gonna start? Well, this one's obvious. These two we hate each other, and they both declare war on each other. The Bulgarian and the Ottomans both say, well, they declare war on both. For some reason, Germany's like, what? Why? It's like, we don't like you. Tension's been rising between these two for some reason. And now, Germany is back getting scared. Because, yeah, this is not going to be fun. The dam resort, yeah, there are two fatal things right here, the Ottomans. If they lose both those, they're done. That's all in the river. In Bulgaria, it won't be hard. So it's time to start a war. So just Belarus, Ukraine, Baltics, Finland make a new state. All decided to make a new state. Which it wouldn't be that hard to make. Which it was mostly it was just mostly garbage that no one wanted. It was one of the biggest nations ever. It used to be. Russia. Russia had lost both world wars. Yeah, not good. So now Russia, it's going to be now the first war. Even before this war happens over here, the war going to be over here saying Russia is now an independent state. So they're going to declare war on the Ottomans. Oh, the war has just started. The Ottomans arming the German border, getting ready. So now the Ottomans are going to have to fight this, which they were very close. The Ottomans have been exposed, so the Germans are at war with Ottomans. Russia's trying to decide. And the Cold War has finally broke out into a major conflict. France does not have any nukes. It's just Germany. Germany has all the nukes. So Germany is immediately attacking. Russia, it's not independent. And these guys joined the Ottoman team. Well, some of them. But Ukraine joined the Ottoman team. The Baltics and Finland joined France. So Russia is gonna push into them. All of them. The Baltics were got hit by a nuke, so they were gonna go There's so much resistance in
A
Finland.
forest fire is raging in the area. Leave campsites and tree houses immediately.
Finland was on the brink of falling, which it did fall. In fact, the Baltics fell. They got encircled. The Baltics had just fell. Russia is actually winning a war. For the first time ever, they've been winning a war. They started to go on about catch it at one of the major highways, and then the bridge to be the Italian capital had just fallen. Yep, it had just fallen. That was a major blow to the Ottomans. Bulgaria just won the war, and they were already attacking. Now, the Cold War just turned into a massive aggressive war. Germany now sending stuff into, and they're also pushing into the Ottomans, saying, "What is wrong with you?" The Ottomans are just saying they're very unstable, and Germany is also unstable. Because this will be the time of seeing who will win the war and who will win. The French were already decomposing Germany. In fact, made an offensive. Their puppets immediately got to work, and they encircled a bunch of armies. Germany was getting humiliated. Belgium is now going for the lake, which Germany said it's gonna take. Expand. So Germany just pushed out from the to the Germans, their puppet. But now going to preparing for a massive war. The Ottomans had for massive war. The Ottomans had just lost their dam. Yeah, the dam. The Ottomans lost the two major factors of the war. So the Ottomans, surrendered and sued for peace. So the Russians had just got a lot of territory. The Ottoman economy was in shambles. And they got this land. Do you see why? So Belarus did not see this coming, so yeah, that's why they got their own land. Belarus was now getting crushed. Yeah. The Germans were now, in fact, at a major front, and, well, that was the end of the Ottoman team. So now, encircle and destroy. France was getting gains in Germany now Germany was now had less and less front. Was now ready for a massive ongoing war. Russia had been united. So Bulgaria was one of the sole powers left. So Bulgaria didn't see a hope in the war anymore. They were being annihilated on all sides. Bulgaria did not surrender to the very end. France says, well, just is now gonna start taking land
A forest
from
fire is
them.
raging in the area. Leave campsites and tree houses immediately.
Russia was unstable. It was an unstable mess currently. The CSA was neutral, but then they joined the war against the ongoing massive war. So now Germany they were losing. They just lost the Austrian-Hungary capital. And well, the Belgianese capital, which is now. In fact, they were losing, but Germany made it a surprising offensive, with the help of Russia, taking a power station, making an encirclement. The French were now encircled. They just had been encircled, and now the Belgians were gonna push them back. The Belgians had just started a massive counteroffensive, taking all their land. The nuked area was in fact claimed, and French Austria had just fallen. It was chaos. The German Belgium was now taking their territory. Now it was pushing, watching through the German territory. Russia, in fact, was now focusing on all fronts. They were mostly focused on the water, because one thing the French did not have was water experiments. The Battle of D-Day happened. A large invasion of the beaches, causing millions of deaths, destroying the Russian economy. Well, didn't have one in the first place. Russia was on the brink of revolution for the 5th time. But France was crippled, so they were winning a war. Well, so you fought. So now, French Austria was now just annexed by the Hungarians, because that state collapsed. So Russia was on the brink of revolution. So this was all German. And thousands were fleeing a war-built city. There was no people were homeless. It was a full-blown revolution that was taking a toll on the city. 104 people had just died in this massive war. Three-fourths of the population had just died in this war. The French-Hungary pushed a bit more, but then one of the biggest things happened. They, without any orders, went around over into Russia. They got encircled. And these guys tried to push back, but then they got pushed back. But these guys kept on going, capturing the Belgianese capital, and getting close to cutting them off. Now, the Germans were now afraid, so yeah, they just want to connect their territory. So guess what? They just ran around. So then they just had to encircle, and then there was a massive encirclement. Russia was on the brink of capitulation, but the German aid helped not them. So now France had a plan. Send in every single one of the troops they had to go. Now these guys were encircled, and it was a catastrophe. Another French objective was to send all the troops they can. So where? Under Belgium, and then to go in Germany. So immediately they sent every single troop they have. Just they went running. The Germans were overwhelmed. And it was basically the end. Because the Germans were getting close to brink of civil war. So far we had not seen a German civil war. People who were now in Germany were scared of a revolution. Because the economy was kaput. But morale was high. But when the French started, when they started with the war, the Russians were like, that's probably bad. The German Belgium was now getting destroyed, and downtown people were fleeing Germany at a massive pace into Russia. Now the French just had captured an important part of Russia and made it in a massive, important part of what used to be the Ottoman Empire, but that was now German. It was now in front of French control. The French were winning. A major defeat for Germany. Germany, after about 100 years of running the world, was on the brink of collapse. Just one more thing would destroy them. And then the entire army went and captured the nuclear making facility. Only one person had got that, which was the British. The Germans realized that they couldn't circle, so they didn't circle. Germany knew they were coming, so they moved all the nukes into the secret forest, which then the French found out about, so they started going. Heavy resistance was here on the border. The entire city was fucking circled. Germany was now in a major depression. But what they didn't notice is that the French had used up all the troops. So when they noticed, they started pushing. Because they knew that the French were running out of troops. And if they had a high morale. This destroyed their morale. So Germany started pushing to the lands behind the lines, and then that entire flank was encircled. Germany pushed in on all sides, going through the river, capturing the dam again. The territories they've got from this war. Germany was now getting high morale. The Germans were now they were having a good time. The German Civil War would eventually happen, but Germany hopes they did not happen during the war. Their hopes and expectations were correct a bit, but it was now getting into the end of the war. There were thousands of people that died in the war. Germany's economy did not have a lot of people. support their massive industry. The economy had collapsed. But now it was basically wherever it once started. And France had no military left, which now they're fighting only the Hungarian military, which was pretty easy to fight off. So Russia, also another thing, made a large encirclement in France. And then saying, after the encirclement, do you want peace? In France, accepted peace, but so now all the Hungarian troops were on the German border, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, it was over for French Hungary. The French Hungarian had just fell. All the puppet states had now fallen. Germany was obviously mad at Russia, which that would probably be the next war. Russia redeclared war on the Ottomans. The fact started pushing, but the Ottomans were supplied by the Germans, so the Russians were defeated embarrassedly. So then they signed peace. No land changes. France was now getting destroyed. Most of their infrastructure had just been annihilated by the Germans. It's now just a burning forest. There were a lot of casualties. It's one of the biggest wars. In fact, Germany said, we're gonna end it with a boom. Germany is gonna fire a nuke at a mountain. And a fact. And then that probably be it. Germany's now goal is now destroy before the nuke came. The France had just been circled. France was now losing a massive war. France had just given up. Was now getting destroyed. Germany had just fired a nuke, but that they would be destroyed before the nuke hit. So Germany had won the war. But Germany rose. A civil war in Germany they did not hope, but it was massive. It was taking a bunch of infrastructure, the nukes, and they had some of their nukes, but they were unable to move in time before the Germans got them. So the German Empire moved them all into the ocean, under the ocean, because they probably won't need them, because everyone's your ally except Russia, which had broken ties with them after the war. The German Civil War had just started after the end of the last. Germany was now winning. But the German Empire was not going to give up. All their stuff was over here, so then they started moving it over here. And it was now in downtown. So they were able to go off. And then Germany declared war on the Ottoman Empire, taking taking like 100 casualties, but they're able to destroy the Ottomans completely. Encircled. Boom, boom, the Ottomans had just fought Russia. They said everything. So Russia, then they fought. They were strong, but Germany was not supplying them because they had been encircled. So the Ottomans fell to Germany. They went for the Facto Lake, which they in fact did get. But now the Germans were here. Now the German Empire had just come, and the German Civil War has to be enough to stop this massive war from breaking out. The Germans were now infuriated, so they started going around, which they started to be pushing back. But the CSA joined the war, to the German Civil War.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
The French, the French were going to get a peace deal soon, but they just had to deal with the Civil War. The German Empire said that they annexed the Ottomans, and then they went into a civil war, which the entire world West agreed with him. So now the Ottomans were now theirs. The Germans were now just the Ottomans, so they renamed themselves to Turkey. It's now not a German civil war. It's now Germany invaded Turkey. The German invasion of Turkey was one of the biggest invasions yet. The Turks, in fact, were now ready for this. They just had this, but then the nuke finally hit. That's the end. The nuke hit. Germany said the war was
A
over.
meteor strike has occurred.
The Third World War had ended.
Head to shelter if any is available.
The Third World War had ended, as the first one did. And when a nuke hits, Germany was the dominant power. The world. So there was a peace treaty with France. France would not be happy with the peace treaty. It's like, you like a peace treaty or a hard peace treaty? Which Germany said, hard will teach them a lesson. Russia, the peace treaty said that they want us to give up this land. Peace treaty is that's the one they would gain. That would see what everyone's after this game. France. Had just been re-established. So now Germany was a well. They said, so we're gonna take up until the forest. And the French are like, that I won't be, my economy won't be able to recover from that, but they didn't care. The German Civil War, the Turkey War, the German Civil War, and the war, when World War 3 had caused six. It's caused 7/8 of the population casualties. It was over. Germany, a dominant superpower. But now the next one, the last war, would be called the German Coalition. It would be the CSA, Russia, France, versus Germany, aka the German Empire. But that is the German that will be the Fourth World War. As Germany is unstable, they just beat the Civil War, but they could still have another. Russia would also probably have a Civil War. So that was the Third World War. The population, in fact, has diminished. Crime is everywhere. You go in Germany, people abandon their apartments, and Germany's in flames. And the last war would probably be the deadliest, because Russia, their factories, had just invented nukes. France, it was not as bad economy. Russia now has nukes. The CSA also has nukes. So the next thing, you're probably going to expect a nuclear war, which I will save the game, because you know there might be two scenarios. Peace, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. Peace.